of proposals or send proposals. To be able to use it, you will need to have sites in Fuse on Manage, which already have the collaboration with the conditions that have been given to us and that we have given to you. And once you have made the submission to Fuse on Manage, let's imagine that these are the two sites, although you would have a lot. But in Fuse on Manage, when you work with clients, you would have many others, right? But imagine that you want to make your client a proposal for the month of March or any month you can think of. November, we were now in the month of November or March. Well, I say, okay, I'm going to prepare a proposal for my client. What we usually do, in the first place, is usually to make a group to find sites that interest us during the month. We create a group, which usually is to prepare the proposal. This has nothing to do with proposals. It is with the functionality simply to organize the work. Proposal November, and here we would have it labeled with Proposal November, which you could then search for example, November, and you would have them here, okay? This is, as I say, the groups. You already saw it in the groups lesson. It is simply for organization, reports, and all that. It has nothing to do with the proposal functionality. But once they have located them, I will imagine that you have 500 sites here and you have put yourself here in November. To locate it, well, let's prepare the proposal for the client. What are we doing? For the client, or even for the SEO manager or someone from the department who is the person in charge of this type of thing? Well, or approving the budgets or whatever. Well, you would do it directly here, where the collaboration hand is. Let's prepare the proposal. Well, let's click on it. And this is where you would place the order. Well, an order would be as simple as putting a title or the theme of the article you want to be developed, okay? Here you would put the maximum date of publication in the deadline, okay? The number of links is this. This would be the anchor test. We already started to invent words. This would be the landing, where I want there to be a link, where the link goes, where you want. And here's the follow type. And now the details. Good articles on whatever. Terms to avoid and sources of information if you want to facilitate. And now that's really where the fun of this lesson comes from. You could close, that is, make the order immediately. You could schedule it for the future, but the most important part is this. Well, more important for this lesson, mind you, eh? Then, when we see orders, it is different. Add to proposals. Look how cool she is. I click it. I put it here to my client, or to my SEO manager, whoever I want. For example, we are interested, because it has a thematic relationship. Whatever makes you hungry. Actually, this is to explain to your client, or to someone you are going to pass this proposal on, why you have added the site. You could also leave it blank. Let's add it to the proposal. And this is the proposal, oho, that now the magic comes here, that I am passionate about, at least there. Let's imagine that I already have this proposal created. The client with a public URL, or the client or whoever is on your team, with a public URL, without having to log in, without having to have access to Link Affinity, to anything from Link Affinity. Simply by you passing this URL, let's go to open it. Open the URL, and see what the person who receives this public URL will see. He will receive your suggestion, your proposal, and he or she can approve it. You can ask for changes on anything. It may be that he asks for the details of the order, of the encore test, even of the landing, whatever he considers, or he can cancel it. You can always put a note on why you want to cancel. Now we're going to do it. What interests me now is that we are going to make the proposal also for Top Beachy. We had this site, Top Beachy. Here it already tells you that deep cycling is in the proposal. Let's add to the Top Beachy proposal. Let's give it a hand here, prepare the article, and add it to the proposal. Remember, it could be closed immediately, it could be scheduled, or it could be added to the proposal. The moment you add it to the proposal and give the reasons, if you want, why you propose it, you will see directly that you have a proposal that gives you the total of the economic value of the two sites. But you also have the public URL, as I said. You have it here internally to make the order, to edit it, to remove it from the proposal. You could remove a site from here. If you want to test it, you would only have to remove it from the proposal and then add it again, just as you have done. Now, let's go to the public URL, which seems to me to be a waste. You pass it on to your client. We pass on a monthly proposal to our clients where, as I said, they could, for example, let's ask for a change here. The client sees it, the client or you SEO manager would see it, or if you were the SEO manager, you do it to your team. You say, please, change the anchor to whatever it is, to the word you get. And also puedes ponerle mi pares, tal. I don't know how much. Here you put the note and give it to review. What is happening? That this proposal, as you can see, is for review, and also has the note you sent. So this is what the person receiving the public URL would see, without being blocked. I hope they are not tying you up. It is important that you understand what is inside Affinity. Let's update and see that the proposal has reached us directly. Here we have to delete the note, if we want to delete it. But the person who reviewed it has just told us to change the anchor. So, if they told me to change the anchor of this one, which is here. Do you see what you put in the review? I have to check it, okay? Well, I'm going here to edit the proposal and the anchor. I change because of what they told me. I will edit the proposal. Here I put it, we have already done it, let's see what you think. I edit the proposal. Here you have the history of everything you are doing. And now, once again, you put it on hold. The person responsible for reviewing it. He receives an email. In addition, send him an email to review the proposal and directly you have to... We've already done it, let's see what you think. Why ahora dice? Well, it seems fabulous to me. And I could directly accept it. So, you have two roles in this lesson. You have to pass to review. And now I, por ejemplo, que ya estoy haciendo otra vez. As a person who reviews, or a reviewer, I directly say, they have already changed it. Well, I'm going to look. Now yes, then I accept the proposal. And I say great, now yes, I'm going to accept. And directly it already appears here as accepted, and you, as executor of Affinity, will have the proposal approved. And here you have the history of everything that has been happening. Once the proposal has been approved, all you have to do is place the order. Directly you give it to make the order, and it will be sent to you to make the order. Let's give it to him, with the data that they have entered and that they have modified. Let's see what we're going to do with Top Beachy. You're going to leave it like that, and as a reviewer, what you're going to do is ask for it to be removed. You don't like this Top Beachy site, you can cancel it and say, this site does not convince me or whatever, cancel the offer. So the person running Affinity is going to meet with a denied request that will only have to be removed from the proposal. You could try to convince the person if you want, by editing them and sending them a note. In other words, if someone tells you they don't like it, you can tell them, hey, we're seeing that it's super interesting. In fact, we do it a lot. There are people who tell us this is not. And you tell them, sorry, that the Affinity is very good. Don't tell me not to this one, and spend it editing the proposal. That the public URL remains active as long as there are sites in the proposal. It would be considered as a unique proposal. If I, for example, have been denied this right now and there is no way to convince them, I would remove the site from the proposal, and this, which is approved, would make the order and also remove it from the proposal. And this URL, the one I have here, would no longer be operational, because it had no site already inside the proposal, since it would have removed both. That next month I will prepare a new proposal. The URL will be different.